Welcome to Kwik Brain, bite-sized brain hacks for busy people who want to learn faster and achieve more. I'm your coach, Jim Kwik.
Free your mind.
Let's imagine if we could access 100% of our brain's capacity.
I wasn't high, wasn't wired, just clear. I knew what I needed to do and how to do it.
I know Kung Fu. Show me.
Hi, Kwik Brain. Welcome back to part 2 of Supercharge Your Brain and Life with New York Times bestselling author and master high-performance trainer, Brendon Burchard. I'm glad you could join us for this uncommon conversation on how to activate the 10 human drives that create your extraordinary life. Now, if you haven't yet listened to our last episode, that was part 1, so make sure you do that first. This interview was originally recorded for my private inner circle subscribers, but to celebrate the launch of Brendon's new book, High Performance Habits, How Extraordinary People Become That Way, my team and I wanted to share it with you. So let's activate your charges as we return to Brendon and the 10 human drives.
The fourth one is caring, and the fifth drive is connection. Caring is, we're driven as a human species for care. If we're born and we're not cared for, we literally die. And so we have this sense to care for others and to be cared for. And we have to understand that caring drives so much. That's one of the reasons I love your work, is you care so much about the warmth of how we give out energy to the world, And to care significantly for others, that's a human drive. It's why when we don't feel cared for, we leave our job. When we don't feel cared for, we leave our relationships. But the persons who cared for us most are the people we remember in our life and go, God, I miss them, I love them, I connect with them. And so caring is important, and we begin with first caring for thyself. Right now, oh my gosh, our whole culture is awash in not caring for itself. It's poisoning itself. It is feeding on horrible things. It is not sleeping and hydrating. It is doing all the things it knows that it could physically damage itself for some reason. And that's why we have a culture of 70% overweight, over 30% obesity. They say by 2020, if we continue on this route, we will tip the scales of over 50% of Americans obese. This is not okay. This is not okay. And it's not about weight or being fat or not fat or me getting into some big health issue. It's just like, if we don't care for our own physical body, how can we possibly care for our emotional world? How can we possibly have the charge to go forth and change people's lives and inspire others and live an inspired life if we're wiped out because we're not sleeping? We're not caring for our agenda. We're not caring for our physical body, right? So we got to care for ourselves. And then that last baseline drive, connection. We're driven to connect with others. And one quality of connection is love. Love is not a human drive as much as people get like, how could you not? Why is love not in here? You just want to start all your words with C's, you big fancy academic? Like, no, it happened. Love is a particular quality of caring and connection, right? Those two culminate in a specific quality or degree that create love. And so love is a sense and a feeling that comes from those drives amplified to a specific degree. And so if you don't feel loved, there's not enough caring and connection there. But amplify caring and connection to the nth degree, and there's a different quality that becomes love. And so connection, once we know that, it's simple to create. And here's a simple way to create greater connection in your life. You practice positive projection. It's very simple. Relationship theorists and relationship scientists who study literally the science of marriage, and probably the most famous one in the world is John Gottman, who wrote a great book, 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. He can predict divorce with a 97% accuracy. And he's done so for several, I think it's his third decade. He's the world-renowned expert in this area. And one of the things he looks for when he's studying the connection between two partners in a relationship, he notices there's a higher degree of contempt and criticism and condescending and stonewalling, as an example. The positive side of what they found is that couples that actually make it, they have this tendency of behavior in which for any negative thing that might be said between them, 5 positive things are said. So it's a relationship of 5 to 1. So 5 to 1, you're positively projecting on the other people, positive traits, seeing the good in them. It's just like any decent teacher in the world will tell you. If they see the best in their students become the best. If they assume their students are a bunch of out-of-control animals, that's what they become. We get what we look for in others, so look for greatness in them.
I hope you're enjoying this conversation as much as I am. Here are 3 things you could do right now to keep the momentum going. Number 1, share this episode. Share it with someone who you know must hear this message. Tag Brendon and myself so I can properly thank you. Number 2, if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our show so you can receive the conclusion of our conversation. You absolutely won't want to miss it. And finally, number 3, go on Amazon or Barnes & Noble and get Brendon's brand new book. It's called High Performance Habits: How Extraordinary People Become That Way. According to Brendon, it turns out there are just 6 habits that move the needle the most in helping you succeed. Anyone can practice these habits, and when they do, extraordinary things happen in their lives, relationships, and career. Simply put, this book will help you win. Read it, apply it, devour it, and make sure you get a copy for a friend. Want to double your brain speed and memory power? If you'd like to learn rapidly and get ahead faster, I'd like to give you my brand new Kwik Brain Accelerator program. You will discover exactly what I teach my clients to learn, read, and remember anything in half the time. There is no charge. It's my gift to you for being one of our subscribers. That's kwikbrain.com. Or simply text the word podcast to 916-822-7246 and we'll send you a direct link. That's 916-82-BRAIN. Growing up struggling with learning challenges from a childhood brain injury, it's been my life's mission to help you have your very best brain so you can win more every single day. Now, want more Kwik Brain? Here are 4 ways to fast track your results and lock in what you just learned into your long-term memory. Remember FAST, F-A-S-T. The F stands for Facebook. You're not alone on this journey. I invite you to join our free private online group. There you can connect with me, your fellow brain lovers, links to resources, and even submit your questions for me to answer in future episodes. Go to kwikbrain.com. That's Kwik brain.com. The A stands for apply. Act on what you learned today. Remember, knowledge is not power, it's potential power. It only becomes power when you use it. So use what you just learned. The S stands for subscribe. Don't miss the next episode and other free brain training. And finally, the T stands for teach. You want to learn faster now? The key is to lock it in right away by teaching it to someone else. When you teach something, you get to learn it twice. Here's a simple way to do that. Leave a review on iTunes. Leave a review with your biggest takeaway from this episode. You could also post and share this podcast on your social media. It helps us spread our mission of building better, brighter brains. And of course, tag us so our team can properly thank you. Hashtag QuickBrain, K-W-I-K Brain. Mine is @JimQuik, K-W-I-K, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So, what does FAST stand for? Facebook, apply, subscribe, teach. I'll see you in our next episode of Kwik Brain. Until then, remember, you are faster and smarter than you think.